Yo, what is up, guys? To episode 6 of YOCAST now.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Welcome back to YOCAST episode number 6. Again, every Monday, 12 p.m. CST. We're back with another special guest, another dude who can barely fit on our couch.
Yes, sir.
QB1, Mr. Athlete, Mr. I don't know, man who does it all,
Daddy
Mr.
Dengler.
Ryan Dengler.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the cast, bro.
Yeah,
really
man.
glad to have you here.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, put this closer.
Yeah, now this is a
gotcha.
long time coming. We are going to have Dengler on like 2 weeks ago, but you're on Legacy Loading. I feel like you've just been doing, I don't know, shit like this left and right, dude.
Yeah. I've just been trying to, get my foot in the door as many places as possible
Yeah.
right now.
And you're on prep, which we'll get to later, but I wanted to do this before you get like too deep into it.
I know.
You're hella deep right now. But
Yeah. I mean, it's already like with 3 weeks out. So it's like at this point, it's probably going to get like a little bit worse. It's like literally we're almost done. So
Yeah,
I'm embracing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
embracing the challenge. It's fun, man.
Have you got to the point where you had that feeling of like, damn, like I'm really feeling prep now? Or you?
I mean, it's like it's up and down. You know what I mean? Like 2 days ago, had a crazy like shoulder workout with Alex Toplin, getting all hype. Everyone's getting hyped up and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, so I feel amazing. I'm like, and then the next day I do squat bench day, for powerlifting.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I feel dead today. But like, I still pushed around some weight.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
We've
mean?
been
like,
having crazy lifts.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
like Monday. We had an insane.
Yeah, that was one of the better
the best chest workout of prep. So it's like, I like to think it's all like a mentality thing. Like you're gonna like, I like to say even on a bulk, when things are optimized, like you're gonna have good and bad days. You know what I mean? You're gonna you're gonna feel awful when you're like pushing calories too, when you're doing this and that. So it's like, there's always gonna be good and bad days. So
That's true.
You just gotta kind of accept that, like, and push past it. And when you're feeling good, just fucking embrace that.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, and you can't treat like every day to be perfect on prep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like day, just treat next day.
Yeah, I think you get this idea that like when you're on prep, you're like, oh, everything's gonna be better.
That's true.
Once I can eat some food, like you just get this idea that everything is just gonna totally change. It's like there's still days like you wake up and you didn't sleep well. You literally you could eat all the food in the world and like you're like just
you feel like crap. You get a bad workout.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right?
realistically, like you got the like. You can't get in that negative mindset of things. I think
that's true.
When you're on a prep like towards a goal, like I think it's a good opportunity right now to like change your mindset.
Yeah,
have a positive mindset.
And for everyone watching this, real quick, Ryan is in fact chasing his Natty Pro Card too. So it's a pretty big prep too.
Well, technically it's a regular IFBB Pro Card. Right?
Yeah,
but
so big deal
as a natural, right? So because I think there are like natural federations, right? You could get
dude. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that's what you were doing. I thought you were trying to get just like a nat, like some like OCB or something. I didn't know you were trying to get like IFBB Pro Card.
Yeah, I mean,
oh shit.
For me, it's like
wild.
It's like that's like that's the goal that everyone wants to obtain. Like I don't really even know any other federations. You know what I mean? So I was like, I've always just competed NPC, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I mean, I don't know what drugs people are or are not using. Like it doesn't really matter to me in the grand scheme of things. But like, that's what we're going for. Like IFBB, that's like I feel like that's the pinnacle. Yeah. That's the pinnacle of what you could do in bodybuilding. So it's like I'd go after the highest thing.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And like, I don't know. I follow a lot of different influencers, obviously. I've been following you forever. So I'd look at a lot of other natural people in the industry because I like to, attribute myself to, having that natural identity, whatever, just, natty aesthetics. But if there's anyone in the industry who's capable of getting it naturally, like, bro, it's you. Like, you're lean as shit right now. And you're like, you got like 30 more pounds on me. Yeah. You're another one of those guys who sits on the couch and just like makes me feel like a toddler. We had Zezzy on, Jacob, but
Summer did not. I don't even know if we told Eric this, but Summer today at the gym didn't even recognize Ryan because of how lean he was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we were walking up and I was like, oh, there's Ryan. And Summer was like, that's not Ryan. And I was like, yes, it is, Summer. And she's like, no, it's not. That guy's so lean. And I was like, it's Ryan.
It's funny. Yeah. Weight has just been falling off. You know what I mean? And then now like we're chopping calories down a little more. We're digging a little deeper and stuff like that. So it's like, it's time to, Alex says, okay, it's time to push for some conditioning.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, I was like, I thought I was pretty lean already.
Right.
So I guess we're just going to push it. You know what I mean? So I'm just following the program, following, what coach says to do. And,
absolutely. So how long you been with Alex? anyone doesn't know, Alex Toplin is Ryan's coach, big name in the industry, about to go compete at the Olympia. But how long have you been with him?
So a little over a year now. So I'd reached out to him last July. Because, for people who don't know, like I was doing powerlifting for 2-3 years, whatever, like almost entirely powerlifting only. And like it's debatable if I let my physique go a little bit. I wasn't pushing bodybuilding so much. And there was an opportunity that came up to compete. It's actually funny, Kyle Nowak, obviously you guys know Kyle.
Shout out Kyle.
But Kyle's like, he calls me one day and he's like, yo man, like we should do summer shredding, do a bodybuilding show together. And I'm like, you know what, man? Like I wasn't even considering it whatsoever. Wow. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it, right? So like me and him decide we're gonna do a bodybuilding show together.
Was that freshman year?
No, this is just last year.
Oh, really?
No, this is last year. Before I did my shows last year. Yeah.
Did Kyle compete in summer shredding last year?
No. So I was getting to that.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
I remember you did.
Yeah, he gets me all fired up and everything. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like,
fucking Kyle.
I'm like, actually, like, if me and you, like, because I was supposed to live with Kyle again. I lived with him my sophomore year of college. We were living together again, senior year, and I was like, dude, this would be so much fun. Like prepping together, living together. I'm like, you know what? Let's just send it and do it. And then, so I start reaching out to coaches and stuff like that. And I only actually reached out to Alex. I'm not gonna lie,
right?
Because I knew that he, had coached prep clients. I'd known Alex for like 3 years at this time, since he first became an athlete when he won the summer shredding back in like 2019. So I talked to him, and he was like super excited about it. Like he was like, yeah, of course I'll coach you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he didn't expect it, and I was like, you know what, let's do it. And then Kyle gets back to me like the next day.
Oh my God.
And he's like,
know where this is going.
And he pulls some big deadlift PR. He hits like 635 deadlift easy. And he's like, you know what, man? He's like, I'm not gonna do the.
It's like
I'm
what
not
I
do
said
the bodybuilding
yesterday.
show.
Scratch that.
Yeah, literally like 2 days later, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, I'm like, all right. So then I was like, I was kind of excited at that point because I had like Alex was excited. He kind of like got me kind of locked in for it,
right.
And then when Kyle said that, I was like, you know what? I think I still got to do it. Like, I could have easily just backed out right there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And just said, oh, Kyle's not going to do it.
I would say most people would back out.
Yeah, because that was like, it wasn't even my intention whatsoever to do another bodybuilding show because I haven't competed since I was 18, like right after high school.
Yeah, I remember seeing that video, dude. You're wearing some some pink board shorts.
Yeah, I was wearing pink Alphalete board shorts that they sent over. That was right after I started working with Alphalete, like long time ago. And and I didn't have like the greatest experience. I think the first time around.
What was your stage weight
for like the first show? I think the lowest I got was like 192. To be honest,
dude, that's insane.
That's nuts.
So I competed in 180s, and like I had many more years of age on you.
Yeah,
like, that's why I say I feel fucking tiny.
But see, that was like skinny for me because like I like in high school I was always kind of like the big guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally.
Like, and I played quarterback, I played sports and everything, but like. Back in high school, like there's not that many like big kids, like not that many people are lifting like that.
Yeah.
So I was always like known as that. I was known for that. So when I was like 212 pounds or whatever, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a bodybuilding show, show up at 190 or whatever, and I kind of like I got like smoked honestly, on stage. Like my posing was bad. Like guys were like honestly bigger than me.
Was that the David Lieberman one?
No, I did this one. It was like the Indianapolis Championships, like NPC show.
Okay.
It was NPC? Mm-hmm. Damn. And you did that 18 years old.
Yeah. So that was my first show. I got some good feedback and stuff like that, but yeah, honestly, it was like, it wasn't the like experience necessarily that I had hoped for, and it was like, it was hard because I was like so used to like eating whatever I wanted to and like just like making gains no matter what.
Yeah.
So like restricting myself, and especially like right after high school ended.
Yeah.
People want to go out and do certain things and eat certain foods and stuff. And it was just like, it was tough for me, like literally the whole summer prepping right after high school. And then, going on vacations and stuff like post high school. It's like, and I was like, I couldn't eat anything. I'm doing cardio, working on stuff like that. So like I didn't have like a ton of fun with it. It was a great experience. It was a great learning experience. But like the first show was like, it was tough for me. And I didn't perform that well. I think that's like a big reason, how you perform and how you end up doing. Like, it depends how hard you push yourself. But like at the end of the day, like that does kind of affect you mentally too. Like if you put your all into a prep or whatever and say you get like, 6th place, 5th place or whatever, and you thought you brought the best thing you possibly could. It does weigh on you a little bit, you know. So it's like I think I got like 4th in the open, and like 3rd in like novice or something like that. But like some of these novice guys, like it would be like a 30-year-old dude just freaking jacked up there, man.
Absolutely.
And because you don't know who's going to show up to these NPC shows, and it's like
you don't.
You know, they could be using whatever they want to use and everything like that. So, but it was a good overall experience. But I think just the fact that like I was also so used to like athletics, where I'd go out there and practice, and then okay, now it's time to go out and play a 48-minute football game.
Yeah,
and,
you know what to expect.
And what I do out there determines the outcome, right? And I can, you know, adjust throughout the game and stuff like that. So I go up there for 30 seconds, hit my little pose.
Exactly.
Right. And then they push you off stage, and I was like, wait, that was it?
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. That
Where's
was
the
it?
post down?
Yeah. So like that was literally it. And I was like a little underwhelmed, I think, the first time around. Cause like, you know, it wasn't like I was competing for the overall. It wasn't like, you know, I didn't have a coach, so I didn't have.
Damn, you did that whole by yourself?
Yeah. So I
didn't even know that.
No, so I prepped entirely down by myself for that. And actually, looking back at the pictures and stuff, so I didn't even have a food scale or anything either. Like I was just like. I was like eyeballing stuff, and I was like weighing stuff out with like little measuring cups and stuff. Yeah.
Did you know how to like what calories were and how to count them? Like
I mean, so I did like I was tracking on MyFitnessPal, but it was loose. It was very loose. The way that I did it. Yeah, like
Ryan actually pulled up here with some Grey Goose.
Yeah,
he's not drinking it though.
Oh, we brought the Grey Goose today. We did bring the Grey Goose. Yeah.
Wait, so what do you do for like peak week then?
So here's once I got to I ended up signing with Alpha Elite like at the very end of my prep. And it's funny, so I didn't have a coach, but then Christian helped me out the last like 2 weeks of my prep. Like I literally, like I was telling him the other day, like I remember I hopped on like a Skype call with him, and he was like helping me with posing and stuff like that.
That's nuts.
And he gave me like macros for like for like the last 2 weeks of prep or whatever.
That's so clutch.
But that was about it. He kind of told me, okay, this is what you'll do peak week. You know, generally eat this and this or whatever. And I was like, all right, I'll try it out. You know.
Yeah.
And like I said, I wasn't weighing stuff out on a food scale really. Like it was very bare bones. Like didn't have any, like I did one little posing practice, and you know, not having a coach throughout the prep, not having that accountability and stuff like that. Like I just went up there and I was like underprepared.
Yeah.
I was underprepared. I looked good, but I was just like underprepared for the show itself.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, at that age though, it's sick to see you like fit in with everyone. You look like you should be there, you know, even though everything didn't go perfectly. But dude, I kind of did the same thing. My first prep when I did summer shredding, I didn't like prioritize posing at all.
Yeah.
So like, thank God, Alex. That's when I like knew Alex or started, you know, met him. We just do the FaceTime calls.
Yeah.
Like I guess like you did with Christian. He just helped me with posing. I finally got it down, but he came in so clutch, dude. He knows his shit. So it's great that he's coaching you, you know?
Yeah.
Like, y'all seem to have a really good dynamic. Like I saw you training with him like the other day?
Yeah, just like 2 days ago he came down here. I've been texting him this whole prep. I'm like, let's get a training session in, let's get posing and everything like that. And it's always super fun, you know, to see him. I think he's very excited for this show, just like I am. But like I said, basically last year we started working together.
Yeah.
Kyle backed out. He, you know, couldn't line up a coach with someone, and then he wanted to do the powerlifting thing and stuff like that. So, you know, a number of different things came up. But,
I feel like he was brought to this world for powerlifting.
Yeah, I mean, he's killing it with that. He literally like it ended up working out for him. Like Kyle won his class at collegiate nationals. He got first place in the country at the collegiate level. So it's like, bro, it actually ended up working out for him. So it's like, at least he, you know, didn't do the bodybuilding show. He always talks about it. I mean, it'd be cool to see.
I would love to see him on stage though.
Same.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
He could literally do like a 4-week
physique.
Bro, he's always so lean. So lean. That's crazy. Your first prep, I feel like the judges are like, your feedback were like, all right, Ryan, like, you got the package, like, you got potential to get your Natty Pro Card, you just got to add size. And Ryan's like, say no more.
Yeah, he's here now. What it was. They said, you know, they said muscle maturity, and like I'm going up against some of these like 30-year-old guys. Like the one dude literally was like 40, had like 2-3 kids, right?
Oh my gosh.
And he was like huge, right? And I was like, okay, so these guys have some years on me.
He's like, I gotta pick up my kids after the show from school.
Yeah. So like I had like a lot of size and stuff, but it was, you know, I was only 18. I was still young. Like I, you know, obviously since then. I'm looking to hopefully be like around like 215-ish. I mean, me and Alex aren't looking for a specific weight, but I'd like to be like 215 on stage, something like that.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Whereas like I was like 190, 192 back like 4 years ago, something like that. So that's pretty solid in my opinion. You know, I definitely packed on some size. So I'm like, I did exactly what they said, but
but did exact. I would love. Do you know the judges by any chance? Those judges
from the first show?
Yeah.
No,
that'd be so funny. I wonder if they like follow you because you could be like, remember when you told me I just needed to pack on size? Yeah. It's like fast forward 5 years later, you just like pack on 50 pounds of muscle natural. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's funny because it was a pretty small show too, right? So it was like there was only like maybe 5 people in each class and stuff like that. But like you don't know who's gonna show up, right? So you get some like some big ass dudes showing up, and it's like, all right. So I just kind of got unlucky with this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's like, crazy. That's kind of how I did my first show in Indiana. I remember it was so well. It was peak week, and it was not very hard competition at all. And then Seth Baker, he was like, "Bro, what show you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a show. It's like in 3 days." And he goes like, "Oh, bet." He like signed up and then won the whole show.
Yeah,
like it's just insane. Like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Callum Von Moger did some shit like that. He like signed up for a bodybuilding show,
just randomly
in like 3 or 4 days, and it was just eating like shit and just went and won the whole show.
Yeah,
out in Cali. Nuts.
Yeah. Seth has striated glutes though. You know Seth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Seth. Yeah. Seth's a good guy.
He's awesome.
Got some of the biggest quads that just hanging off the bone. You know what I mean? Just walking around. Those things are shaking everywhere.
Dude, so let's spin it in another direction. So I feel like a lot of people who are watching this probably know you. People who are pretty relevant in the fitness industry. But like for anyone who doesn't know you, say like Ali just pulled up. Say you go to meet Ali's parents the first time. You just like describe who you are in a nutshell. How does that look? Who's Ryan Dengler?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to come off as like too much of a meathead. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's easy. It's funny. Like, I went to Allie's place in Florida. I went down for a graduation, all that stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. I was about to wear a cutoff coming off the plane and everything. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt. I'm gonna like look, somewhat presentable here. I'm not gonna look like some gym guy just coming off the plane with his arms out and everything. So. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously a lot of my life revolves around the gym and fitness, and, I spend way too much time on this stuff right now, to be honest, but prep is like, just consumes like your life so much.
Yeah, it is your life when you're in it,
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I just want to, kind of be like a solid like role model for people. You know what I mean? And like fitness has just been kind of, I guess, my like vehicle for doing that. Like growing up in athletics and stuff like that, like I always just wanted to be someone who could like be a good leader and kind of show people the way a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like when I was 14 years old and I was like really really getting obsessed with like fitness and stuff like that, I was watching Christian Guzman, Chris Jones, like all these guys like every night on YouTube. I was just like,
who was your favorite guy you would watch like first?
I mean, Christian was always like he was like my role model when I was really growing
crazy.
up.
And then he was your coach.
Yeah.
He
hit you up to Skype.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's crazy, right? How it comes full circle like that. But I watched so many different guys on YouTube, and I was just like kind of obsessed with it, just trying to learn as much as I possibly could. And it's like, it's funny because fitness content has changed so much since then. Like, whereas like everybody just vlogs and like it was much more like knowledge based and like more how to educational type videos and stuff. Back in the day. Now it's like you don't see too much of that stuff, so it's like I don't honestly consume as much like fitness videos and information as I used to. Back when I was first starting off, I was trying to learn all the basics and stuff like that.
Dude, I feel like you're one of the OGs of the industry. Like you're exactly what you said. You've been a rolled-up model for me, bro. I started watching your videos way back in the day. Like I want to tell the story of how I met you.
I was gonna say Eric has some sick stories that you probably don't like. He's got some sick.
I've been watching you forever, bro.
Same right now, dude. Like
it's crazy just to even like sit here right now and have you on the pod and just like be tight with you like that, Yeah. But bro, I was watching your videos when you're in the basement of your house before you went to college. Like I watched all your videos when you went to college. One of the videos that really stood out to me is when you made a video on, you were between Gymshark and Outfleet. Like you had both these companies like wanting to bring you on. And I was like, damn, this guy's is so nice. Like most people dream to get with one of those, but it's like you have both within grasp and you get to choose which one you're with. And I feel like you definitely made the good decision.
Oh for sure, man. I mean, that was like I said, growing up watching Christian, it was like, it was an easy choice for me. I was just making a video out of it kind of, but all that stuff happened so fast because like I was at like 2,000 subscribers like in high school, 2,500 subscribers or whatever, and it was funny because like I didn't know anyone who had like 1,000 subscribers. That was like a big deal. Like back then, if you were like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, like you were like a big deal.
You're like shit.
So like I'd be like we'd be playing basketball against some other schools and stuff like that. And you know, some of these kids like knew me and stuff from that because it was like, oh, I was this like, you know, low key like YouTuber.
Yeah, the
guy.
YouTuber, right?
You know what I mean? But towards the end of high school, like I had that one of those basement home gym videos. It was like day in life of a student athlete. Like really popped off. It's almost got 2 million views.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh yeah.
It's funny looking back at it because it's like I have just way better videos. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You had this one video, I think it was a bench press one in your basement that popped off.
It's got like 600, 700,000 views.
Yeah.
I watched that,
And
bro. I
it's
watched
literally
all that
me
shit.
just hitting 225 for 4 with some like funky music over it. You know?
Right.
So, yeah, it's just funny because like I remember my senior year of high school, like I was playing football and I remember that video, that 225 bench one hit like 100,000 views, and I was like, oh, that like kind of that kind of verified it for me. I was like, oh,
like
you know,
I can do this.
Maybe I can do something.
Right.
Else. You know what I mean? I just need a little verification, and then because at that point, like from sophomore year of high school, like I only posted like once every like 2-3 months. Like I didn't post that much on YouTube because it's also like kind of difficult to do that in high school. It's just like it's hard to like come out of your shell like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, did you get any like weird feedback from like friends, even your family, like for making content like that? You know, you got your shirt off, working out, blah blah blah.
Yeah, like you're always gonna get some like some weird stuff, but I think for the most part, it was like a lot of positivity and a lot of positive support.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, like the football coaches would be like, "Oh man, you're making those gay porn videos, all this stuff," and like. You know, I remember stuff like that. Like, you know, people were obviously like joking about stuff like that, but you know, it was just very out of the ordinary. I think back then, you know, for a high school student to be making some like fitness videos,
right?
And stuff,
and it's like it's crazy because like fast forward to now, it's like everyone probably wishes they started back then, like in high school. It's like I wish I did.
Like same.
And that's honestly like why I did it. Like that's why I started like even trying to work out and like in 8th grade, like got very obsessed with it. I was just like very into doing things that could like separate me from the ordinary person, you know, in high school or in middle school or whatever it was. So, you know, after watching, like I said, fitness YouTube videos for, you know, a year and a half and training for almost 2 years or whatever, I was like, oh, I'm knowledgeable enough. Like I want to put out some YouTube videos. I don't see anyone my age doing this. Right. You know, maybe like Ryan Casey at the time, he was like, you know, 14 years old, 15 years old. And he was putting out some YouTube videos and doing well, but I was like, I don't know anyone else who's doing this.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
I just wanted to kind of separate myself as much as I could, and it was like, even though it might have been kind of weird or like different, it was just like, you know, I wanted to do those things that could make me stand out from the crowd. But
100%.
Yeah, but like I said, mostly like positivity and stuff like that. Like I was saying, like once some of these, and a lot of times it's like once you start like seeing that success, that's when the people kind of come around more. Mm-hmm. Once that day in the life video started kind of popping off, every other video after that like did really well. Like the next video was like a prom video, got like 100,000 views.
Yeah,
dude,
like,
I remember seeing that
the
shit.
prom video, bro. Yeah.
I remember that.
Just like random shit.
Literally like the video after, just like this one, the other one's got like 500,000 views. I just posted a prom day video, gets like 100,000. It was just like
that's crazy.
It was like
you post the randomest video, piercing my nipples, and it's just like boom, million.
Yeah,
I know it's ridiculous how it works. Like once you catch that flow, like you gotta like freaking go after it. Like once you get a little bit of traction, you just gotta push full steam ahead in that direction. Right. And it was funny because I'd be coming into like baseball practice and stuff like that, and like literally some of my buddies would be like, "Oh yeah, we just hit 5K subscribers," like, and people would be hyping me up and stuff. Like I'm walking past people in the hallway, like, "Yo, bro, we just hit 10K subscribers." Like my boy's like, he's like, "Yeah, we're you know, instead of your grad party, we're doing a 15K subscriber party, man."
No way.
Like, you know, it's
that's
like,
so sick.
It was funny because it all like wrapped up at the end of high school. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, and then like I said, so quickly, all of a sudden, like Gymshark Alphalete, boom, there was like the decision to make and all this stuff. Meanwhile, I was prepping for the show too. So a lot of stuff was going on at the same time.
Dude, I remember even when, because I work at a gym. You worked at a gym, like I think it was in high school maybe, but like I remember seeing your videos.
I worked at LA Fitness. I was like,
bro.
I didn't work for LA Fitness, but I worked at the juice bar in
the
LA
juice bar.
Fitness, no. It was a lot of fun. I worked there like 3-4 months. Like it wasn't a super long time, but like I was close with the boss. And we used to like work out together.
I remember, bro.
That's so funny.
I did a workout with my boss. So, I did like because I was in the summer. Like after my videos started like doing better, gaining traction. Like I literally got him in the videos and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild. I want to tell this story real quick because you mentioned Ryan Casey like 2 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. He's actually here in Houston right now.
That's crazy. Yeah. I haven't seen him in like 3 years.
Yeah. So that's probably when I met you, bro. So I met you in 2019. My uncle lives out in LA. So this when I first started like an Instagram account. It was called ericogle.fit back in the day. but it was between my sophomore and my junior year of college. So I booked like just a trip out to LA, and I stayed with my uncle for like 4 days. And it was like the week before I was going back to school. And I wanted to go to like Zoo and Gold's, right? And I was flying out that morning, and I saw you posted a story, and because you were already out in LA with Ryan Casey and what's that dude's name, Blake or something?
Oh yeah, Blake. Blake Polson.
Yeah,
I love.
He was with that company Staunch.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. And you posted a story, or it might have been Ryan Casey. You're like, meet up today.
Oh yeah, this is sick.
Meet up at Santa Monica. So literally,
that was such like the most last minute meetup you possibly could have done. Like literally, me and Ryan, like
2 minutes.
We put in our stories like at like midnight the night before. We're like, yo, meet up at freaking whatever.
It was like
Santa Monica
in the afternoon, like early afternoon. So it was like pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I got up for that flight at like 5 a.m. because it's a long flight from like Atlanta to LA. And I saw you post that story, and I'm like, holy shit, they're doing a meetup. Like, and I calculated the time and everything. I should land at this time. If I went straight from the airport to Santa Monica, I should be able to meet them. So I responded to, I think, Ryan's story or both of y'all's. I could probably pull it up.
Yeah, we were watching the YouTube video just recently.
And I was like, yo, see y'all soon or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
because you posted that in your story or something like that, right?
Exactly.
We were like,
I put it on my story.
Yeah, we were like, oh yeah, this guy's like, he's coming out to the meetup.
Yeah,
we're like,
I was in Atlanta.
Like we got guys flying out to the meetup. We were like, oh my god, like,
it's gonna be huge.
That's insane.
Because I put the location on the story as like Hartsfield Jackson in Atlanta, and it looked like I was flying out there for this meetup. I was like, no way, like me, Ryan and Ryan. Yeah. So I land, and my uncle didn't know what we were doing. So immediately when I see him, I'm like, dude, we got to go to Santa Monica right now. Yeah. So I got my bag from the baggage claim, and we just booked it there. And then I think I was like early, probably an hour early. So me and my uncle were just walking on the boardwalk, like looking at all these like crackheads and shit. That's fun in itself. But I went down to like the Muscle Beach area, and I was just like waiting. I was like, where's everyone at? And then you pull up like out of nowhere. You're wearing a BPN cutoff, and you're with Ryan Casey. Yeah. And I was like, all right, I can't like, look weird. I can't like fanboy, whatever. Yeah. So I was like casually go up.
You're like, what's good, man?
I'm just like looking around. I was like,
what's your name?
Hey, Ryan, what's up, bro? Yeah. And then, I just started asking you like a ton of questions, bro. But I was in your YouTube video you were recording. I showed it to Stan the other day.
Yes.
And I was like so camera shy.
We were like messing around on like the ropes and stuff.
The little hoops
that's right.
and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's on one of my pinned stories. It says LA 19, and there's a story I tagged you in it. And all these people are like, no fucking way, like you're with Ryan right now. I'm like, yeah, this is like crazy to me,
It looked like you're just like hanging out with him.
Yeah, exactly.
But it turns out like he was the only person that actually came to the meetup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like
it was like last minute and shit. And I just booked it there, but it was sick, dude. For like an hour maybe, I was just with Ryan, and I was like super shy, but I put it up on the YouTube video, and I'm like talking, like mumbling really soft. I was like so uncomfortable. I don't know, but it was so sick, dude. And that's like you're the first person like who was like a big name in the industry I actually met, and I asked you a ton of questions. I remember because you were in college at the time, you finished your freshman year. I was like, dude, you in a fraternity, all this? I was trying to like, cool, whatever. And you're like, nah. And I was just asking you about like social media stuff because I was just starting out. I had maybe 1,000 followers. And the number one thing you told me is like, dude, get on YouTube, like put your personality out there, like, just like be more than just a physique, like make YouTube videos, make that connection. And that really stuck with me, bro. I was telling Stan that the other day, just like that one thing that you probably don't even remember, like really has stuck with me. And it's cool to see you still doing this shit now and staying relevant.
Right.
And,
it's crazy that
now I'm sitting here next to you.
I was going to say, it's crazy that like if you told your younger self, like during that time when you're going to go see Ryan, that like, how long, was that like 2 years ago or something?
It was 2019.
Yeah, 3 years ago. That you'd be like sitting on his couch with him. You'd be like, how? Like you'd ask so many questions. You're like, how the fuck would that happen?
That's crazy.
And
how like that comes full circle.
And it's like,
too. It's like, damn.
Literally, it's just wild. Literally so wild.
It's funny because on that same exact trip, we met Jesse James West.
Yeah, bro. We were talking about this the other day.
It was like the craziest thing. And like I actually, so I was like in his YouTube video and everything. Like back then, I had no idea who this guy was. Like I guess he had talked to Ryan Casey. About coming up to.
Oh, he was hyped to collab with you.
Yeah,
he was like, bro, we have huge.
That's what I was gonna get to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, literally like talk about that.
Like literally, it's funny like the position that like Jesse James West is in right now because. I remember seeing his video, and I was just like, I had no idea who this guy was. Like, he came to train with us. I was like, sure, yeah, you could train with us,
nice
whatever.
To meet
like,
you, man.
yeah, it's fun. Like, yeah, we'll get another person in for the workout. Like, and we got him in my video and stuff like that. Like, I think I lost my footage because I lost my GoPro on that trip, but I I got a bunch of footage with him and with Ryan and everyone. But yeah, it's funny because looking back at his video, he gets to a point in the video where he's like sitting down. He's like, yeah, guys, we're about to go collab with like an athlete right now.
Ryan Dengler.
He's like he's all excited and everything. I'm like, I'm looking back at this and I'm like, bro, like there's like Jesse James West
literally saying that. It's so weird.
It's insane because like the position that he's in now, and to see like, I mean, maybe if I had inspired him in any way, but
yeah, literally, you never even know.
Yeah, exactly. But it was cool that, I mean, got to meet him back then, back when he was, had like 10K subscribers.
Yeah, just starting out.
Well, you probably did, because it's like he was trying to do what you were doing. You know what I mean? It's like, think about that, and that's crazy, because he was like, dude, like, because we were just saying that, and it was so nuts, because he was like, bro, like, I can't wait to meet this, and he was so excited to like go see you.
It's crazy, like how excited he was to come meet me and like Ryan Casey and everything, and now it's like, imagine how many kids like would be, as excited, more excited to meet him.
Yeah,
I mean? It's
100%.
Like, it's like completely.
Yeah, he was at Alphaland like 2 months ago, and like he literally did like a meetup there in Gym 1, and people were like lined up to see him. It's crazy.
It's absolutely insane. So
yeah,
that was funny. That was a really cool trip. We went out there, like me and Ryan Casey planned that whole thing out and stuff like that, because I stayed with Ryan Casey at Summer Shredding in 2019. That was the first Summer Shredding I went to, and we had a great time. We got an Airbnb. Everybody, like, literally, it was just like, it's kind of how it is now. Like, we were living like this Houston life, like, and that's when people really, really started moving down to Houston, because it was like, dang, like, there's so many people down here. It's just like, it's just so much content to make, so many people to like connect with and stuff like that. And it was like my first, like, I mean, I'd been down to Houston in the past, but it was like, that was insane. Like, that was like an eye opener. Like, wow, this is like the power that social media plus, this brand Alphalete and can bring everyone together like this.
Dude, I remember seeing, it might have been yours or Kirsten's video, but like, I guess when you first got with Alphalete, or they filmed like a video for you, you were just like staying in Christian's house.
Yeah,
like, dude, what's that like?
Wild.
I'm actually curious.
Yeah, literally, because obviously I started working with them right after high school, and that was crazy enough for me. To get like a DM from Christian, hey, like, go on the Alphalete website and pick out what you want. I was like,
damn,
that was like, insane for me, because I owned like 2 pieces of Alphalete clothing, because it was like, I didn't have money like that in high school, and I always loved Alphalete and stuff, but it was just like,
when you first saw that text, were you like totally in shock, or like, what was your emotions?
I was literally like checking it multiple times to make sure it was a real account. Like, I thought it was like a fake account, right? Like, I thought someone was like trolling me,
right?
And then I realized it was like actually,
you're like
Christian
CG
Guzman, like verified account. I was like, wait, this guy like wants to send me clothes, like he wants me to go on and pick whatever I want. And so like I like texted my mom right away, obviously, because like she was very in on that stuff. Like, she knew I love Christian and everything.
Right.
But
that's nuts.
Yeah, so that was absolutely insane to begin with, and then. Once I started freshman year, Christian was always talking about, hey, we got to have you down in Houston. I was like, that would be insane.
Literally.
So like, I remember, I think it was like, beginning of second semester of freshman year, he's like, hey, we're gonna fly you down here, and we'll have you stay at my place. I'm like, literally about to stay at Christian Guzman's.
Wow.
Like, and this was like, obviously, like, I've known Christian for like 4 years now, so it's like we're like much closer. But back then, it was like, this was insane for me. Like, I've been watching this guy for like 4 or 5 years, on social media and stuff, on YouTube. And that was ridiculous. Like, we got in, and I was with my brother too at the time. My brother and his buddy. And
Steven?
Yeah. Because Steve lived down here at the time.
I miss Steven. Shout out Steven.
Yeah. So I came down here, and Steve was living down here, and like we pulled up to Christian's house, and I was gonna stay at Christian's house.
Yeah.
And Christian's like, yeah, come on in. So we all go in there. We're all just like playing pool and stuff like that, like just super casual.
Yeah.
And I was
just
like,
with CG.
Yeah. I was like freaking out inside. I'm literally with like Christian Guzman right now. Yeah. So yeah,
Ryan's
really,
like playing pool. He's like shaking. He's like, oh my god.
Yeah, really, really crazy. And I just would never have expected that. And we're him and Heidi like took me out to dinner and do all this stuff. We like went out to the clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It was insane. Like I never could have expected any of that to happen. You know what I mean?
I love how he does that with like athletes too. It's like he goes above and beyond with athletes. Like. That's so awesome that he is able to do that.
Yeah, dude. Let's get into this. So you and Stan have like y'all know each other well. So y'all went to school together. Stan, how was it like? How did y'all meet originally? Was it just like y'all knew each other, worked out, and y'all just linked up, or what?
Well, so I met Kyle, right? And Kyle and I, like, Kyle, we clicked.
So you didn't know who I was, like, back when, because you went to Jacob's show, like, years ago, right?
That's right. So I first, out of you, Jacob, and Kyle, I met Jacob first, right?
Yeah.
I still have a picture on my Instagram. Literally, we should pop it up. Like, it's still literally on my Instagram. It's probably like my third picture I've ever posted, right? Yeah, and it was at Jacob's show, and I went to it because I remember it was right before I did my show. I was probably like 3-4 weeks out, and my coach told me to go to it because he wanted me to see a show before I did, just to like see how everything works. And the only dude I knew that was competing was Jacob. I had like maybe like literally like 100 followers on my Fizz account, and Jacob was I was following Jacob, and I was like, oh, I know that dude from
Dr.
like
Shalv.
Yeah, Dr. Shalv. And so, I was like, yo, Jacob, I got like pictures with him. It was so cool to like meet him, and he had like 10, 15K, right? And it's like, I didn't even know Ryan. I knew Jacob. I would always talk about this with Jacob. I knew Jacob before I even knew Ryan. I didn't know who Ryan, because I didn't really watch like a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
So I knew Jacob before I knew Ryan, and then you were filming. You were probably making a vlog, but you were with Kyle and watching Jacob's show in Cleveland. Yeah. Because you guys drove from Ohio State. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, that dude is massive. I was like, who the hell is that? Because you were just like filming and shit. Because I could tell you were like someone, but I didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
And so then like, obviously like I met Jacob, and then fast forward, Kyle and I, we lifted at the same gym, UXL. Yeah. And so we obviously, Kyle, we connected like that, like I think I asked him for like a spot or some shit, and then we just connected. And then we like talked it up. We, next day we lifted together, and then, it snowballed. And then, that's when I was, I think I was online at the time, freshman at Ohio State. And then when I was going, it was summer. And then when I was going to my sophomore year, I'd work out with Kyle all summer. And he's like, bro, like, we got to work out with Ryan, Jacob, all those guys.
Kyle like all summer before that?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, because we'd work out at UXL. And then he was like, yeah, dude, because that's when I first went to Pinnacle, he was like, yeah, dude, we work at Pinnacle. He's like,
yeah, when you first came to Pinnacle, I had no idea who you were. I'm like, who's this?
Yeah, you're like, Stan Yo. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, who's this kid? Like, this kid's not getting in our group, man.
Yeah. You probably were like, who the hell is this? You're like from a different country or some shit.
Yeah.
But so Kyle was like, yeah, like lift with the boys. I was like, okay, like, I knew Jacob from obviously the show. I never met Ryan before, and then I followed him on Instagram obviously because he was showing me you. But then I knew Kyle really well, obviously because we lifted like all summer. And then right when I got to Ohio State, like he was like, yeah, bro, pull up, and then to Pinnacle, and then I met Ryan at Pinnacle. Literally, like I think like literally the first week I got down to Ohio State, because obviously I went down there and then immediately started lifting, and then we connected. I think we probably have it in a video. Like I literally get in there, I was like, yeah, I was so pumped to meet those guys, and then we all had a lift, so then we all connected really well, and and then the rest was fucking history. So that's how I think we originally started. I think that
So I probably only known you for like a year basically. But I feel like,
and it feels so much longer.
I feel like we've gotten very close over the past
oh,
year.
For sure.
Because we would literally end up, I'd just text you, hey, let's lift today, let's do this, hey, let's go out.
Let's get some margs.
Yeah, let's go out and get some, what's it called? Moscow Mules.
Oh,
let's get some Moscow Mules and some margaritas.
Yeah.
And stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely got like pretty close, even though it's only been a year. Because it's funny, like with someone like Kyle, like I've known Kyle for, over 4 years now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I've known him forever. Jacob, like I've known that kid for like 3 years. I lived with him for an entire year. Mm-hmm. Kyle lived with for 2 years. But even you, it's been a year. But I feel like you're definitely like one of my closest buddies.
And what I like to say is like when you click so well with like say you didn't even know me, right? But I clicked so well with Kyle, and I knew Kyle was like so close to you. Then I was like, I knew that we were gonna click, because it's like you share something in common with Kyle, and I shared something in common with Kyle, and we both clicked so well. And I knew I was just gonna click with you and Jacob. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it just worked out super well. And I miss that though. Back at Ohio State, like we had a lot of fun.
We had a good group of people up there.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Like, it's tough because like you can't replicate that the same. Even if I were to go back there, it's like Kyle's off doing his own thing.
Right.
Jacob's he's doing his own thing. He's finishing up school.
Exactly.
So yeah, for me it was like I had to figure out like it's time to kind of figure out what's next for me.
Totally.
I'm not gonna wait on anyone. Like everyone's got their own things going on. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And we had a lot of fun.
Yep, it's life.
Up at Ohio State. And Johan was living with us for a year and a half, and then he moved out because he had to take care of his business, and then that's just how it is. But like, we had a lot of fun up there. We had a good group of guys. And
dude, yeah, that leads me to another question, because when y'all were in school, I would even ask Stan this. I was like, dude, like, what's Ryan doing when he's done? He's like moving to Houston, whatever. And so you're here right now for like 2 months?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be an Airbnb for 2 months until like mid-October. So the initial the initial goal of this was to come down here, move down here for my prep, do my whole prep down here, at least a majority of it, and then potentially go back to Ohio. But I've been down here like 4 weeks already.
Yeah, greatest city in America, baby.
Yeah. Greatest city on the planet, man. That's what they've been saying.
Yeah,
greatest gym on the planet, greatest city on the planet.
Hell yeah.
So since I've been down here though, 4 weeks, it's been incredible. It's like every single day. I was just saying this on my YouTube video. I was like, every day now, I'm like excited to go to bed at night.
Yeah,
because I get to wake up the next day and there's so many things that I can do, that I get to do, and so many things that I want to do, and I'm pushing myself in so many different directions right now. It's like I can make a list of like 20 things that I want to do.
Exactly. And I've been experienced the same thing, and it's when like everything starts to click because you've been putting in the work and you see the results, and those results just like motivate you even more to keep going.
Exactly.
I love that.
It's just like excited to wake up in the morning. It's not like, I had a lot of fun, at the beginning of prep and Ohio State and stuff like that, but it's like I didn't want to be necessarily like stuck in Ohio doing the same exact things forever.
Exactly.
And then I kind of just needed a change of pace, and then obviously coming down here to like literally the fitness capital of the world right now.
And it's just the opportunities here.
So so much opportunities, and like I said, every day when I wake up, it's like, dang, what do we get to do today? Like, what can I do today? What can I get into today that's gonna help me get one step further?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Dude, one thing I think you're really good at, just from like even just watching your YouTube videos, is like time management. Because I remember when I was in college, like I would try to make YouTube videos, and it's like I have so much shit to do. Like I don't know how you did it, bro, because you haven't really taken a break from YouTube ever since you started, and like I'm guilty of it. YouTube's the toughest platform, bro, to balance, even with Instagram and all your other shit. So like how did you do that in college? Like what do you think really gave you like good time management skills, or do you even think you have like good time management?
Yeah, I
believe
I think I got good time management, but it's just like what I prioritize on and stuff like that. Like I definitely could be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everyone can be better at things, and it's like even with me, like when I was in college freshman year, how I got it done realistically was like I neglected my sleep a lot.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think you would average?
Well, so this is like the 100% truth of like freshman year, first semester. I went to bed every single night at 2 a.m. Got up every single morning, no matter what, at 7 a.m. And like no matter what, because I had 8 a.m. classes literally like Monday through Friday. So I had to be up for that, and I would usually get like a little bit of homework done in the morning too. But I would stay up super late too, because obviously if you're getting up at 7, like you should go to bed like 11 or 12, like realistically. But everyone else would go to bed at 12. And I would stay up, and I would either work on a YouTube video for the next 2 hours while I had like peace and quiet. Yeah. Because that's one thing that was tough in college at first too, was getting used to like you're never really alone at all.
Oh yeah, and it's like biggest thing social life. Everyone's like, bro, go out. Yeah. It's like, you gotta say no. I gotta do this YouTube video.
There's a lot of distractions, and it's also like sometimes they're good distractions though. Like you need that social aspect, and that's a lot of the part of going to a big school like Ohio State is you need to go out a little bit. You need to like go do those group activities and go to the football games and all that other stuff, right? So you have to make sure you save time for that. But it was, I made sure to, after all that was done, once it was midnight, everyone went to bed, it was time for me to grind a little bit harder, because it was like I finally had no distractions. I had no one around. I could just like focus for a little bit. So I would knock out a YouTube video. I'd knock out. I was doing online coaching, and I was like training people. Wow. And I'd like do that at like midnight or whatever.
Dude, I remember when you were training people, bro, because you had a website.
Yes.
And I checked it out, dude. Website, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you coach anymore? I assume not.
I don't. I'm looking at getting into some more coaching stuff here soon. But
I didn't mean it like that. As saying, I assume not, because you're on prep and everything.
I haven't done it for about like 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just, it did get very difficult for me with school, and like YouTube became
I can't imagine.
Yeah, you can get burned out fast with that too.
Yeah, and I got to the point where like I really wanted to push content hard. You know what I mean? And it's like it's hard to be like crazy good at making content and making multiple YouTube videos a week and Instagram content while also like training people and having a business like that on the side. It's honestly hard to do it all. especially doing it all yourself. And that's kind of something I'm getting more into now with, I just hired on like my video guy. So I'm really just trying to, get better at like delegating things a little bit. Like I'm kind of building up a team in a way.
Yeah, I love that.
Because, you really can only do so much yourself in a single day.
Yeah, that's true.
As good at time management as you can possibly be, like there's always gonna be like a little bit of slack time here and there. And, there's only so much you personally can get done. So you're going to have to like figure out, even by having my video guy help me coming down to Houston with me. Yeah. We've been putting out, 2-3 videos a week. We might try doing some daily vlogs the last couple of weeks.
That'd be sick,
of prep
dude.
here, which is
that'd be cool.
Which is what we want to get into. And just by doing that, it's like now all of a sudden I can free up some extra time, which I can start working on some other things. And especially during prep right now too, it's just like, it's so time consuming. You'd think like eating less food would be like, you don't have to eat. Like, you don't have to worry about too much. But it's like all of a sudden then you have like, I still have to run tonight actually because I forgot to do my cardio.
Dude, I want to ask
we should just run around the baseball stadium.
I might go for a run like immediately after this because I still do that. But, training takes a while. And eating and, come back from the gym and you're like, oh shit, I didn't cook up any chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
So then you got to sit there and cook chicken for the next 30 minutes.
There's always something and it's like, fuck, I got to go to the grocery store now because I don't have egg whites. And then that grocery store trip turns into like 20 items.
Yeah.
And then you're spending bags. Like I would spend way more on prep than like my normal like eating lifestyle,
It's crazy how that
always
works.
need something.
It's crazy how that works. So there's always something you could be doing or something that you need to be doing.
Yeah.
And it just consumes a lot of your time. So it definitely helps like now that I'm delegating.
I was about to say too, like I feel like you also owe it like to your audience too, because it's like you're at the point now where like you can't do everything yourself, and like if you have other people who are doing it for you, can do it a lot better than you. Your followers are only gonna enjoy that just that much more, So just use your resources effectively. Work smarter, not harder.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true. Yeah. Shout out videographer. He's been killing it.
Bogdan's been killing it. So we're. I'm trying to push him a little bit. I'm trying to have him, kind of like work on himself too a little bit. It's going to be like opportunities for him.
Oh yeah.
Opportunities for me. Everything. I'm trying to have it be a very mutually beneficial relationship, So
Well, he's networking down here too. Like
I mean,
huge for him.
We've met so many more people down here and stuff, and we're about to we're actually going to Vegas on Sunday.
Really? I was literally just going to ask you, where's your next you planning a trip soon?
Yeah, so we're going to Vegas Sunday. We're going to Austin.
Okay.
The weekend after that, I think we're gonna try to go to LA, but I'm trying to set some stuff up in LA. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work out. I want to go up there and like only if I can confirm some collaborations and stuff like that.
Right.
I'd rather not on prep go somewhere.
Right. Make the trip
and just like hope that I'm gonna figure something out, because then it's like just so much more stress traveling and trying to do all this stuff too.
That's true.
But I don't mind traveling as long as I'm organized enough. Like I can get it done.
For sure.
Just really these last couple of weeks, we're, I'm going out to DC in, for the show.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, you're going to be there too.
We got to get Jacob and Kyle to come.
You might as well go too, right?
Where's it at?
Is Eric coming?
Where's it at again?
Dude, you should. DC.
Washington, DC.
Dude, let's run it.
Yeah, I'm going.
Dude,
I'm going with
That'd be sick. I need to get out of here. I haven't traveled anywhere since January.
$88 round trip flight.
Oh, I'll definitely run that. I will literally take off work right now after this pod. Let's run it. So I'll pull up.
So while I'm up in the area, I definitely want to see if I can reach out to people up there too. Like, I was. See, I don't know if is this information I should be saying. Like,
dude, we can cut out whatever you want.
I was texting Jesse about doing something with him up there because I know he's in Maryland.
Oh yeah.
Eubank is in Maryland.
Yep, I was gonna say
it'd be a sick collab.
I texted him too. So just really trying to set it. And at that point, if I go up there, even if I fly up a day early and go September 27th, like I'll literally be peeled 3 days out from show day. Yeah, that would be an insane video. Nuts. You know what I mean? So I'd like to set up as much potential content as possible. Before this thing is over. But yeah.
Dude, if there's anyone in the industry you could collab with like right now, or just even spend a day with. I was literally just going to
ask you.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear who you'd say.
I don't know, man. I've kind of been reaching out to a little bit of everyone. Like I was talking to Brad in the DMs. And I was like,
isn't this guy in Baltimore too?
Sadiq, is he?
I think he is. Oh. Yeah, I think he's in Baltimore.
I think Sadiq follows me. I think I should.
Flex.
He's in Baltimore too. So, but keep going. Sorry, that's what I thought of too.
No, I can't think of like anyone I'd really, really want to collab with right now. I mean, obviously C-Bum would be an awesome,
that'd
an
be
awesome
cool.
collab. But there's just so many people I want to. I just like connecting with people and just building relationships with people right now. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I think would be really cool? Is that if you collabed with like a NFL player, not like fitness. Like if you collabed with if Dream like is like a Tom Brady, right? Like that would be
Tom
so
Brady.
sick.
I mean, that would be insane.
Like huge football practice with Tom Brady.
That's something
I
wish I would have.
Cool.
I wish I would have tried to do more stuff like that at Ohio State.
Right.
Like get Justin Fields.
Yes.
And do a collab with him and CJ Stroud quarterback right now. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I wish I would have because I think for a while I guess I got kind of in this box of I can only do this
with fitness.
These certain things. I can only do fitness. I can there was a ceiling to what I could do, but I think sometimes you just gotta try and get outside your comfort zone a little bit. Even like I said, just being down in Houston the past couple of weeks, I've just really broke outside my comfort zone a little more and just been more willing to do things and try new things and be like, hey, I'm gonna reach out to this person and see, can we set something up real quick? You know what I mean? Whereas I wish I would have done that before.
Yeah, and that's so huge because it's when you're in fitness, the fitness world, your mind's so just fitness based with I need to contact when you think of Baltimore, right? Alex Big, Jesse West, it's there's probably at least hundreds of other huge names out there, people. Right? And it's if you collab with those people, which I'm sure they would be willing to collab, who are on YouTube, right? Yeah. It's but then you get way different audiences, right? A huge different audience seeing your name, and it's when you get all these different audiences coming up, it's that's how you can build your brand even way bigger. You know what I mean? So that'd be huge.
Yeah. So trying to do stuff like that right now, but
dude, what's your weirdest interaction with I guess a fan or someone who's supported you? 'Cause I see a lot of people coming up to you, bro.
That's a good question.
I'm just curious, I guess weirdest or
I think to be honest, the weirdest thing that happens is if someone comes up to you, you talk to them for a little bit, and then at the very end you're saying bye, and they're oh, can you just follow me real quick? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just say no, but you don't want to be an asshole,
right? I would say oh yeah, I'll check out your profile, man, and just give them some nods,
dude. And then
because that does happen a lot. They're oh, do you mind just giving me a follow real quick? And I'm
yes, bro.
I'm I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't really know who you are, but I mean, it's awesome that people support and this and that. But it's sometimes you don't even know what to say. Even
exactly.
What are you supposed to say that? Because
they're so great, then just hit you at the backhand.
Yeah, you're before you leave, can I get your number real quick? I'm stuff like that. You're I don't know. I don't exactly I can't just say no. No, you can't have my number.
Right?
You
just try to avoid the subject.
My mom's making some tacos. Brian, you want to come back to my place? You're
dude. Also, me and Stan were talking about this. It's more so with IG, but say you take a photo of someone, they just beg you to do a collab post on it. It's kind of they're using you. You know?
Yeah.
I feel it's good if you're really tight with someone and I don't know, y'all's content aligns and it benefits both of y'all, but people just come up to you, ask for photos, yeah, bro, we collab on this?
Yeah. Right. And you're
I've never had that,
what do you say?
I've never had that.
Yeah.
But because I feel that's very personal, because it's that's literally going up on your feed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
I
don't necessarily know about that. I've never had that interaction necessarily, but
interesting.
That would be a tough one to divert.
Dude, I want to also ask you this. So because you've been in the fitness industry for a long time, what's your opinion on the modern day fitness industry? I guess social media wise, the way it's gone, because I feel you've done a good job keeping your content steady, right? And people continuing to fuck with it. So what's your opinion of the modern day industry as far as social media?
I mean, I think overall it's in a good direction. I think a lot of people are very supportive of each other and stuff like that too. And I think everyone's very connected. There's a lot more, fitness influencers and stuff. But for the most part, aside from there's always some beef between, this or that. But for the most part, I feel it's cool how everyone kind of gets along pretty well. And there's all these young LA guys, and then there's all these, athlete guys and stuff like that. And I like that, everyone's kind of in a way a big team, a bit. And like I said, the only thing that's different nowadays is that stuff's pushing so much towards reels and so much towards TikTok.
Literally.
So I'm still adapting to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit different for me, because I I kind of grew in a state where it was like only pictures, and I was posting like, you know, just whatever lifestyle stuff I wanted to. I was doing YouTube and all this stuff, and things change over time. You know, I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So it's like you do have to adapt to that stuff.
Yeah, I think
you go, and it's like
one of the biggest things that I've realized is like, you were saying this before in high school. You were like, you know, the guy on YouTube, like the fitness guy. But it's like, I mean, I don't know if you, what high school did you go to?
Normandy and Parma.
Okay. But at least back from my high school, it's like, I was senior year. I was probably, I want to say I was probably the only kid like doing, like had a fitness account, right? Oh, yeah. But now at my high school, dude, I see freshmen, sophomores have like a bunch of fitness accounts. They're posting hella.
It's like a trend now, you know?
And I'm like, I was the only kid to do it, and I was a senior. Yeah. It's like, but now I see like back in my high school at Walsh, like freshmen, all these freshmen are like making fitness accounts, and it's like, and it's not just like one person, it's like the whole grade, all these dudes making it. They're like and it's like, that's so cool to see, but it's like, it's so wild because it's like, if you had a fitness account, they'd be like, oh, dude, he has like a fucking fitness account.
Yeah.
It's not like
at the same time,
it's
like
crazy.
nowadays you have to find out how to be different from what everyone else is doing.
Right.
But back in the day, it was like if you had a fitness account or you had a fitness YouTube, it was like
you're already different.
That was out of the ordinary, but it was a good opportunity because it was like, you know, not a lot of people were doing it, not a lot of people wanted to do it.
Exactly.
So nowadays, if everyone's doing it, and it's like, you know, you get people asking all the time, like, how do I grow my Instagram page? I've been posting this and this. How do I grow my YouTube? And I'm like, honestly, what you got to do is not be the same as everybody else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's easy to like, even with like TikToks and Reels and stuff like that, there's like all these trends and stuff like that.
Right.
And people all just try to follow the mold of everything that you're supposed to do. But I think sometimes it's like, what can you do that nobody else is doing?
Right.
Yeah, you know 100%. I mean?
So
that's a really good way to put it. Because it's like, and so many people fall in that category, and it's like, I'm guilty of it too, because it's like, so many people are chasing like, oh, it's a trend, so therefore I'm going to blow up. This video is going to get hella likes then. But it's like, that's not necessarily going to help you in the long run, because it's like, you got to really, you know, stick to something that's you, what makes you, you know, have that your niche, grind with it, and then you'll get a group of audience to realize that, fuck with you, you stand out, and then that's what makes you, like in the long run, grow.
Yeah, like for you have like that personality, that energy, like whenever we film together or whatever. Like,
I love that.
You always bring that energy, that hype, that like Stanio vibe, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
everyone, when you post that video, I remember when we did that, I think it was a chest day, it was all the comments were like, dude, this kid, it was so funny.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
The first one we did like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they're like, this kid's they're like, this kid's wild. Even when people say they're like, this kid's like cracked out, I like love that, because it's like, that's what makes me like, you don't see that. You know what I mean? Even if it's somewhat like even if they're meaning it in a negative way, it's like, bro, this kid's like way too hype. It's like, bro, I don't care. I'm separating myself from like, you don't see that, right? It's like, I don't give a fuck, bro. It's like, when else are you gonna see that?
Yeah,
never. You know,
it's a little bit. You have to, you know, stay up to date with what the trends are and follow the trends and stuff like that. But
staying relevant.
Yeah, but like at some point you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do exactly what this is just because it's just
because everyone else is doing it. Right?
And like it's true. Like if it's worked for other people, it might work for you. But it's like, you know, what else can you provide? And, you know, it's like, it's also like, what value can you provide people? You know what I mean? Can you provide them motivation, inspiration, education? You know, whatever it is. And I think you know, anyone who like is really successful on like social media, especially with fitness and stuff like that, you have to have that something different that that you provide people.
Absolutely.
You know?
So dude, big question though, what's like the next big thing for you? Like, what are you thinking long term? You know, because we're all of us, we're not going to be, you know, here 15, 20 years later, posting shirtless photos, making YouTube videos, flexing in the gym.
Literally.
Like, what's the next big thing for you? How do you think, like, do you want to make fitness like a long-term thing, like the rest of your life? And if so, like, how would you go about doing that? Like, do you want to start something of your own, like maybe clothing, whatever? I'm sure you've been asked this a lot, but I'm actually curious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too focused on what's, you know, 10 years ahead, even 5 years ahead. I'm just like, I'm just kind of going with the flow of things. And, you know, what I really want to do is just keep on pushing this, I guess, as far as I can take it for right now. You know, right now the goal, like I said, is I'd like to, the whole prep's based on getting the IFBB Pro Card, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
That's the immediate goal right now. I don't know what's going to come after that. If I get my Pro Card, do I, go ahead and try and aim for the Olympia or something like that?
Yeah.
Is like, do I continue competing in the future? And I don't know if like competing is like everything for me right now. I think it's a really good challenge for me,
right.
and it's something that I'm relatively good at, and
100%.
And I enjoy it. But even like you said, like 10 years down the road, I don't know if I want to be competing.
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily have to be breaking my back doing powerlifting or something like that, right? And posting shirtless pictures all the time. So I'm kind of going with the flow of things, but
I think that's great, dude.
Yeah.
Just having fun with it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing.
I'm having fun with it, and I want to keep on, obviously posting YouTube videos, posting Instagram content, and trying to help people along the way. Whether or not that's by competing in these various, powerlifting, bodybuilding. I just want to be versatile. I want to be able to do like a lot of different things,
That's
and
good.
not just be like one dimensional and, only, like I said at the beginning, I don't want to just be like some meathead, I guess, that can only lift. So, once this prep is over, I want to get back to some normal stuff. Go play some football, play some basketball, and like go eat some normal foods.
Yeah,
and
go
like,
hit some dingers.
get my diet in a different place and stuff like that too. Obviously, like I always want to look good. I always want to be strong, feel good, and stuff like that. But
I think we were talking about what's the food you're craving the most right now?
Craving the most.
If you just want it right in front of you, what is that?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really craving that much.
Nothing.
That's crazy, bro.
Just
I wanted
nothing.
to talk about your diet.
There's not even like just sushi or like some fries.
I mean, it sounds good, but
You just you're not craving
Bro,
it.
3 weeks
care that
out,
much.
3 weeks out, so many like competitors would be salivating at like that question. Be like, oh, I want this, and this. It blows my mind, dude. Every time I see you
he's
compete,
like, I'm having ice
you're
cream
just
tonight.
mad chill with it. You're like, yeah, I'm just on prep. Like, yeah, it's hard, and you express that, but it's like, I feel like you manage it so much better than like everyone else. You see so many people on 1,600 calories doing 2 hours of cardio.
Right.
Like,
Well,
I
so
feel like you're
first
primed
off,
for
I'm not on
prep.
1,600 calories.
Yeah.
Second off, I'm not doing 2 hours of cardio.
Yeah.
So I've been able to place myself in a decent position for this, by building my metabolism up. And I'm running in the mornings usually, so 2 miles, and that's like my
you
cardio
got me
for
into
the
that
day.
big time, dude.
Yeah, Stan's been running every morning,
Dude,
taking the mirror outside, taking the shirtless photo in the morning.
Dude, I love that shit.
Yeah, so
Dude, it's been so nice.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. I think a lot of it is just figuring out like how you can enjoy things. Like how can you make it not like something that you dread every single day? Like, oh man, I have to eat this food again, and I'm craving this, and I have to do my cardio and my training. Like, how can you make it like kind of fun and like enjoy it and like
spice it up,
keep a positive energy about it the whole time, a positive mindset.
That's a good way to put it.
Like you were saying about the cravings and stuff. Like, I could obviously like go for a cheeseburger or like pizza or something like that right now, but at the same time, like I don't really care that much. Like I have a nice like pasta with meat sauce in the fridge right now with some broccoli, like with a nice like A&W zero sugar.
See,
like,
that sounds gas. Like
honestly,
that literally sounds gas.
That's not even bad at all.
Yeah.
And I've been eating the same exact thing for the past 10.5 weeks straight. So it's like,
right, exactly.
It's funny, but I mean, like cravings wise, like there's definitely things that I want, but it's like the goal at hand is ultimately like what I'm more excited about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I, like I said, I've tried to stay very, very positive throughout this whole thing. And, even today, my workout was like, it was kind of difficult. And like, you definitely feel like there's times where you get like a little hangry, a little on edge, stuff like that. But it's like, you got to like reset yourself. Be like, look, we're all good. Like everyone's got bad days. Everyone has this and that. And, stay positive about things. And I'm still pushing a lot of weight. Like I literally hit PRs on Monday.
Dude,
I had a very strong back workout today. And I think a lot of that has to do with obviously keeping my calories as high as I can, but it's not like I'm eating 4,600 calories a day. I'm still eating 2,700 calories, right? So it's like, just pushing yourself and having fun with training too.
That's
like,
what I love about like you too with your preps. It's like you literally go about preps, not meaning like your preps almost are like they're not. You don't even treat them like as a prep. You know what I mean? Not like I'm saying like when you're prepping, it almost doesn't even feel like you're prepping because it's just like having fun with it. But it's like there's people that are like and you're saying like man, I'm not craving anything. But those people like Eric said, they're like this.
They make it more miserable because they convince themselves that they're so miserable, and it just keeps snowballing.
Yes,
just like I said at the beginning, like you can't go through a prep saying, oh, everything would be so much better if I could just, get off this meal plan, not have to do cardio. Like, it's like, bro, it's not.
It's like you don't have to do it. You signed up. Like, put yourself up for the challenge.
When you really think about it, it's not really that bad. Like, like I said, when I used to do powerlifting, I just competed in a meet a few months ago, but sometimes when I was doing very, very intense powerlifting training and stuff like that, I'd feel like just brain fogged 24/7. I'm eating all this food trying to recover, and you're probably pretty much overtrained. CNS isn't recovered, all this stuff. Like, I didn't feel good either. You know what I mean? I definitely didn't feel good. So like, I just try to remind myself that, you're not always going to feel good. And like, there's going to be good days, bad days.
Right.
And just like constantly, as much as you can, keeping that positive mindset, like even on a low energy day, be like, look, I'm going to go in there, and I guarantee you, if you go in there on a low energy day and you push yourself super hard, you aim to hit PRs and you like maybe tie a personal best or something like that, and you have a crazy workout, you're going to come out of there feeling like better. Like,
right.
If you go in there with that negative energy, it's the same thing. Like we always talk about, like in baseball, like it's very, it's 95% mental or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You go up to the plate, you struck out 2 times today, and you go up to the plate, and you say,
fuck,
I'm gonna strike out again. This sucks, man. Like I'm not doing good today. Like, this is gonna be tough. Bro, you go up there saying that, guess what? You're gonna strike out again.
Yes, your brain. You know what I mean? I was just talking about this summit. Your brain is so strong. You will literally 100% strike out. Yeah. It turns to you striking out, and just went like, boom, skyrocketed.
Like I used to do the same thing, like back in high school and stuff like that. I swear, like for I even going to the ACT to take like the ACT test and
hated that shit.
Going in for
my god,
even stuff like that. I'd be like, I'd literally tell myself, I'm freaking pumped for this. Like, I'm gonna like do the best I possibly can. Like, this is gonna be insane.
You are built different.
I would like take pre-workout and be like, all right, I'm freaking excited for this, right?
Yeah.
And go into like a football game, maybe you're like a little nervous and everything.
That's great,
right?
dude. Good.
And
that's
I'd
awesome.
be like, you know what? This is gonna be so much fun. Like, I'm gonna go out there, like, and like you just tell yourself like these very positive things. Like, maybe you have a really big game that night or this or that. And I would always just like try and as much as I could. Just easy to be like, very negative on yourself sometimes, I think, and like kind of beat yourself down. But like, you need to be like, all right, like, we got this, you know what I mean? Like, we can handle this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
It's nothing we haven't done before, especially like on a prep. I've done this multiple times before, and going to that workout today, low energy. Nah, we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, we're good. We're gonna hit some PRs today.
Yeah,
and then you come out of that workout. Guess what? Like I said, I literally felt better after the workout was done. I was like, dang, that was really hard, but I feel amazing right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not even the food thing. It's like, bro, I can operate off low calories. Like, who really cares? Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like when you start telling yourself, oh, my calories are so low, I feel awful. Yeah, that's when it really hits you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's when it really hits you. So. Yeah.
Wait, I have a question. So you've done how many powerlifting meets have you done?
1, 2, 4.
4 powerlifting, and this is going to be your 3rd bodybuilding?
4th total, because I did 2 NPC and I did summer shredding.
So 4 and 4. So what do you like prepping for powerlifting more or bodybuilding?
I mean, they both have their
if you had to pick, just like powerlifting, bodybuilding, like just like boom boom, just like a button. Like, I know it's probably that's so hard because there's so much pros and cons to both.
Not even pros and cons. I mean, honestly, I like the bodybuilding prep better.
Okay,
just because you see changes so much faster and
stuff
like that.
That's true.
And
like daily.
And genuinely, like, there's gonna be times where like you feel really bad, but like I'm telling you, there's definitely like times in powerlifting, like a prep, where maybe you push yourself too hard, too many days in a row, and you come in and you're like, man, I do not want to squat 585 pounds today.
You feel fatigued.
And you feel awful, and you're like, your joints are hurting, everything's hurting, and you still have to push around like a shit ton of weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks. It's like, it's hard because it's like, again, it's a mental thing. You have to just tell yourself, like, I'm good. Like, just like yesterday, I could have easily told myself going in for that. I only squatted like 545 yesterday. I've been trying.
I've been touched 315 in like 2 years.
I've been trying to hit 585 consistently every week on my squat just to like maintain it.
Right.
Jesus.
So yesterday I was like, and I pulled it back, but I could have easily said, like, and I didn't feel the greatest. I was like, calories are low. My body weight's the lowest it's been in a year. Mm-hmm. It's the lowest it's been in a long time. And I could have easily just been like, wow, this weight is going to feel awful. But push through it anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you still got to push through it anyways. It's the same thing. Like I said, when your body feels beat down in bodybuilding, powerlifting, like you ultimately, if you're on a prep, you got to do it anyways. So you got to get it done. But I'd say I enjoy the bodybuilding prep more, I think, just because the changes are so quick. You have week by week, you have, you know, you could physically see the changes coming on.
Yeah.
You know, in your body and stuff like that. So it's cool to see. And it's like, I like how everything wraps up so nicely. It's like 3 weeks and it's like, wow, like it's literally 21 days till I step on stage.
Yeah. It comes up quick.
Yeah. A week from now, it's like, wow, I'm 2 weeks out. You're only gonna be 2 weeks out one time. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just like, it all comes together. It's like so many things to kind of just like embrace at one time and just kind of enjoy, you know, the process of it. Powerlifting, same thing. It's fun.
Right.
It's fun, but I just like, I think for me, powerlifting, like little injuries and stuff like that have kind of like steered me like a little bit away, kind of hurt my back doing this. And then
have you ever had like a massive injury that like, Injury? I was like, energy? Yeah, I was like, wait, what the hell is that word? Yeah, injury that like really set you back, like in your ever like fitness career?
I mean, no massive injuries, but like a lot of nagging injuries from powerlifting and stuff like that. I had the quad tendonitis I was dealing with, and luckily, like bodybuilding prep, like kind of heals that for me because I'm not doing as much volume and frequency anymore. But of like the heavy lifting, but like something like that, like literally back when COVID started, I took like 6 weeks off squats completely. And I've never done that in my life before. I took 6 weeks off completely off squatting because I had to let them heal up, and you know, I hurt my back a little bit deadlifting a couple times, and it's just like it's really tough because especially with powerlifting, you always want to be pushing the numbers higher,
right?
And sometimes you'll like accidentally sacrifice form for that, and then form breaks down.
I've been there.
You hurt something real quick, and you're like ah shit, I know I should, I knew I should have done that. So that's kind of tough sometimes. Like I said, you feel beat down, joints hurt, tendons hurt from powerlifting and stuff like that. So in a way, I think bodybuilding, the training, I love how I can like literally almost push myself to failure on almost everything.
Right.
And still kind of like feel good after.
Right. And you're still growing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because it's not like I'm like deadlifting 700 pounds or whatever. Like I'm just, you know, maybe I'm pressing the 100-pound dumbbells or the 120s or whatever it is. It's slightly less taxing, if that makes sense. I mean,
for sure.
We're getting real deep into it here. But,
I just want to ask this. What's your favorite, do you like bench, squat, or deadlift the best?
I'm a big squat guy.
Squat. So when you took that break, were you like, did you hate that?
I mean, it was definitely weird, like not squatting, because that was something like, you know, I hit 585 squat like the year before. It was always like a huge thing for me.
Yeah, that's
you know, that's 6 plates, right?
Yeah, so I hit six plates down with Russ Swole like right before my sophomore year of college.
Yeah. Wow, I remember seeing that, dude. Weren't you with the BPN crew?
Yeah, we were with like Amanda Lawrence and Nick Bear and Russ.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It was super hype, man, because it did that like right after I was out in LA with Zoo Culture. I hit like 575 that week, and then the next
dude, I remember those videos vividly.
Yeah, because
that's nuts.
That one, the Zoo Culture one got a lot of views, and then I hit a huge PR like 2 weeks later. So that was very big for me, but I was like honestly in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure, dude.
I was in a lot of pain. I'd be taking like 5 ibuprofen like before a training session, just to like just to feel like I could squat through it, because it was just like excruciating pain when you get to the bottom. Like in my quads, the tendons were just getting degraded like crazy, man. It was awful, but it was fun though. It was fun, but it was like I knew I was beating my body down to a certain level, and it's like you're just trying to get the most out of whatever your body can output, basically.
Well, I feel like it's good because it's like got you like to where you are right now, like building your whole frame, putting that muscle density on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think definitely. Over the years, like even since high school, like I always did power building stuff. Like, I was always very big into doing a powerlifting movement, doing bodybuilding, following that. So that was like my foundation too. Was like doing heavy, friggin' strength training with a lot of bodybuilding stuff too. And that's literally what I did in this past bulk too, and it worked extremely well for me. Now, if I wasn't competing in powerlifting, I don't know if I would have still done as much powerlifting training, but I really transitioned a lot to bodybuilding like in the past year.
That's good.
Which is funny because I had the best powerlifting meet I had yet in this previous meet.
Really?
I had the best performance I had yet, and that was 5 months after a bodybuilding show and after training bodybuilding.
No shit.
Yeah. So it was the way I would do is I'd have like, say I'd have a squat day. Like you know what I was doing. It was like I'd have a squat day, take me like an hour to do my whole squat workout, hit a heavy single, back down sets, and then I would do like a full back and tricep bodybuilding workout.
Right.
After like 5 to 6
I remember that.
So me and Jacob would be in the gym training for like 2.5 hours. Like
right.
Easy,
like hard. Yeah.
You know, and that's just what we had to do to maximize both sides of the equation.
Yeah.
You know, if I wasn't doing powerlifting, obviously I could have done like hour and a half workout.
Wow. I remember that.
Time, but
that's crazy.
Well, dude, I know you got a meal in the fridge. I think is a really good place to wrap up. But, dude, I just want to say thank you so much for being on. Like, really means a lot to us.
Awesome.
With you being 3 weeks out. Like, I know how it gets, bro. That deep into prep. So we really do appreciate you. Like, sharing everything, your story, just providing some value. So thank you, bro.
Absolutely. Man.
Hell yeah. Y'all go follow Ryan. All of his links are going to be down below in the description. All right. So for the giveaway this week, I want to do something a little different. Stan, I didn't tell you about this.
Oh, hell yeah.
I want Ryan to pick a word, and I want y'all to comment down below the best sentence, like use the word in a sentence. The best comment, me and Stan will judge it.
Okay.
We'll get the
That's a good idea.
giveaway.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Let's run it.
We're going to announce all the giveaway winners on our Instagram. So go follow us at YOCAST, YOCAST with 2 T's. Pretty soon we're getting just straight YOCAST.
Yes. Yes.
Let's tell that story next episode.
Okay. Yeah. We'll tell it.
For now, it's go follow us on IG at YOCAST. We'll announce the winner on there and just DM you for your prize. So last week, the giveaway was Gorilla Mind gift card. So we'll DM you. We'll announce the winner on there. But this week, pick any word, any random word, and they will go down below in the comments. Use that word in a sentence.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Any
word.
Wait,
who wins? Like whoever's
just whoever's got probably either like
how do you
the best comment. So whatever is the most liked comment.
Oh, the most
liked.
Or just like a comment we like.
Yeah,
if there's
like all right, that's a W comment.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
We'll
just pick. Or if it's like a comment that has a bunch of likes.
Yeah.
You know. So
I want you to pick one word though.
One word.
Just one word.
I was gonna think of like a phrase or something like that. Like I say, not gonna lie a lot.
Oh yeah, let's do that then.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
Okay,
and then like have like a phrase after, like a statement after that.
Okay, let's do that. I like that.
That could be something.
That flows nice.
Yeah.
Okay, not gonna lie.
All right, so this week, since we did Gorilla last week, by the way, I signed with Gorilla Mind today.
Yeah.
So code Ogle.
Yep, code Ogle on Gorilla, baby.
Today. So
That's awesome. Yes, sir.
Or use code Stan. If you're getting 2 items, just place 2 orders. Use code Stanyo, then code Ogle on Gorilla. So since we did Gorilla last week, that was kind of Stan's giveaway. We'll do Alfleet this week because there's a drop tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we'll do a $50 Alfleet gift card. So comment down below, not gonna lie, fill in the blank, and then we'll reach out to you. I'll send you a $50 gift card. But yeah, Ryan, where can they find you at?
YouTube, Instagram, search
at Ryan Dengler.
Well, Ryan Dengler on YouTube, Ryan_Dengler on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have all of Ryan's stuff down below. But y'all go follow him. He's 3 weeks out right now. Really excited to see how you perform, man. Yeah, really excited.
We're gonna get even leaner, I think,
over
the next like week to 2 weeks here, and then just like fill out.
Bro, you've been getting leaner by the hour. At the start of this podcast, we should have time lapse,
bro. When I first started,
I'm getting tired now, man. I'm getting
at the start of this podcast, it's like had like 1% leaner.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up right there. Yeah. We'll see y'all next Monday, 12 p.m. CST. New episodes every week. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.
Peace out.